What's up, guys? Rackley here, bringing you another installment of our Final Fantasy XIV online playthrough. Now, I know I haven't mentioned it in quite a little bit, but we are playing as a tank, more specifically the Marauder class. Now, right now, we are going to finish up cleaning up some of the quests along this area before taking on the first dungeon. First of many, actually. So, go ahead and knock these out, turn in the next quest for our Marauder, and then we will move along. Kill a couple more of these. Alright, there should be one more somewhere. There we go. Just had to travel a little bit outside, no big deal. There we go. Oh, yep, gotta go talk to him up here. Rohanth. Nasty critters, those killer mantises. I'm sure Argamar wouldn't have wanted anyone dying near his resting place. Good hunting, adventurer. Tisk, see the birds fly to their nests. It's time I return to the gate. Arlof said we'd be testing a new cannon. Like to blow himself to bits without me about. You can collect your pay from Commander Falkbreda at Camp Skull Valley. Be well, adventurer. The 12 go with ye. Sounds good. All I want is a reward. I don't care about anything else. Perfect. Turn this bad boy in. Go back to Aleport real quick and go back to Cenero. Alright. Ah, Rackley, you become a familiar face about these parts. What brings you here today? The rest of the killer mantises? Well done, and I must commend Sergeant Rohan for his quick thinking. You have the thanks of this camp. Sometimes I fear that we will lose the war against the Sahagin for having to deal with pests and beasts. Well, not with me around. I hear you're leaving us, Rackley. News travels fast in an encampment. Mayhap you can assist us one last time on your journey out. I have a dispatch here from Maelstrom Command, from Commodore Rayner of the Yellow Jackets. We have been investigating the Sastasha Seagrot on their orders, but it seems they have taken on an adventurer of excellent repute and pleasing manner, the Commodore writes, to complete the work. Now if you... Yes? Ha! This is you he speaks of course. Well, Camp Skull Valley would be glad to add to the burnish of your repute. You have carried out your commissions admirably well. Commodore Rayner and many others in command are of the same mind as I, that we have spread our forces too thin with these tasks. I am all too happy to withdraw our men from the caves, truth be told. Chief Sergeant Kat Gutsil is the ranking officer at the Sastasha Seagrot. Locate him and tell him that his mission is complete, and he is ordered to report back to Skull Valley. I can do that. Yeah, because I'll be taking care of that problem. That little Seagrot problem you got going on there. What up, goblins? Alright. Keep on pushing through. There's Kat Gutsil. Halt, adventurer. Do you mean to enter Sastasha Seagrot? I would advise against it. You'll likely perish in its labyrinthine depth. Trust me, were it not for sheer strength of will, I'd not be standing here. What am I doing out here, you ask? And this is a comely spot for strategizing, I find. Far better than the labyrinthine depth of a cave, friend. In there, none shall you hear you scream, particularly since everyone else has been reassigned. Me, as well, you say? Back to Camp Skull Valley and away from the labyrinthine depths of that hellhole? Most excellent. I have my principles and would willingly have sacrificed my life for the mission, but I am not grieved to cede that prospect to you, and bid this brute a good day. My place is at a fort or on the battlefield, not crawling around a dank cave with coils of rope and sheaves of paper, fearing I shall never see daylight again. I warn you, friend, there is much danger in those depths. It is what is the word labyrinthine, I tell you. Okay. Alright, another level up. We'll do that main story quest inside there in just a second. We're going to do this first, turn this in. So I'm pretty sure we have to go back and talk to Falkbreda about her pretty much fucking up every single time she sends us on a quest, so figure that out. Well, we are leveling up quick. Already 28, almost level 30, haven't even hit our first dungeon yet. Making good progress. Becoming a Marauder of legend. The Warrior of Lights. Alright, Snarrow. What are you going to tell us this time? Oops. Well slayed, or do I mean slain? I shall need to know these things if I am to be officer. I've got the powder and ball loaded and primed. Now for the slow march. Hark, a dispatch. Stand down forthwith. Not again. But surely these adamantoises are a clear and present hedgemoles. You're certain? Well, but that's like an adamantoise except, weak and not at all dangerous. Why? Oh, why? Perhaps I have been cursed by some enemy? Not very likely for a mere storm private, second class or no. Now the commander will dock my pay and leave my whistle dry as dust. Well, my good man, it is called Aleport. I've spent a deal of time admiring the undersides of many a tavern table, I can tell you that. What? It could be that my humorists are out of balance from a surfeit of ale, and thus I see it now. There is excess blood, which has overfed my martial zeal. Rackley, your learned ways have shown me the light. Much thanks. I go now to receive a leeching. Okay. You go do that. Greetings, Rackley. Will you deliver this in my stead to Camp Skull Valley? It's, my report to Commander Falkbreda. I was as plain-spoken as I could be, and I was going to report in person, but, for some reason, I barely the strength to visit the barber for leechings, let alone make the trip to Skull Valley. I don't suppose I'd be spare a dock and pay. Excuse me. I don't suppose I'd be spared a dock and pay. You don't think they'd clap me in the brig, do you? I don't think you're gonna go to the brig, but you might have your docked, or your pay docked. Because she did tell you that that was gonna happen if you did that again, to which you did, so there's that. I'm sure you'll get over it there, Snarrow. Ah, an adventurer, and one whose name rings a bell. You have been of service to the Maelstrom, I hear. What brings you to Skull Valley? A report from Private Snarrow? It does her little credit that she did not make the trip herself. Stay while I peruse this. She does not prevaricate, at least, that one. Unfortunate how she has gone to rack and ruin since she was posted to Aleport. She was among the first in her shoal to be promoted to second class, yet now... Do you know what a soldier's greatest enemy is, Rackley? Boredom. I suspect Snarrow has played the craven in fighting this foe. I shall order the paymaster to dock her pay, but I'll not sign a censor. If she can stay out of the taverns and learn to keep herself busy, she may yet earn her salt. Tarry a while, Rackley. 'Twill not be said that an adventurer came to Camp Skull Valley and left without honest pay for honest work. We have a problem that other encampments may well find enviable. The dodos are so plentiful that they even nest within the barracks. The nests must be removed forthwith before it draws beasts dangerous to men as well as birds. I can do that. Doo-doo nest. Dodo daddy. Let's go. Another one bites the dust. All right. Perfect. All right, Fogbreeder. Swiftly done. They do say that where a soldier dallies, an adventurer hurries. Peaceful as it may seem now, this encampment was built to ward against the kobolds of Ogomoro to the north. We do not forget our purpose. You only need to look to our name. The valley floor was once lined with the skulls of kobolds we slew, so that no invader might reach its southern mouth and the settlements beyond without treading on death with every step. Nowadays, it seems we are in danger of treading on dodo eggs at every turn, or on the adders that feast on them. The dodos brought by settlers now run feral, and keep us in meat, eggs, and headaches. I can imagine. Alright, let's go ahead and head back to the Marauders Guild. And then we are going to begin our path to the first dungeon. Very exciting. Marauder. There we go. Warnzoen. I have been in contact with Rainfred, and he has naught but praise for you, Rackley. Your representation of the guild has been exemplary. There is one more task I would have you complete this day. A task that will demonstrate for you just how strong you have become. Report to Skapfgim, where he waits on the bank of the Ageless River, and he shall help you unveil the untapped power of your axe. Alright, I can do that. Middle Lenosha. I wonder if I can just take this there. Yeah, let's do it. It's not that far away from there. So let's do that. We are on the way, getting stronger every day. Though it may take some pain, it's gonna be okay for the fame. 'Cause we are the warrior of light, gonna take care of all the blight. What up, Skafgim? Hey, lad. I know why you're here. And after seeing this big old boulder, I'd wager you know why you're here too. Now my rock's a bit more of a challenge than those pebbles rock Gaim had you training on. To crack this beauty will require a relatively heavy swing. Impossible, you say? Ha! Warnzoen wouldn't send you out here if he didn't think you capable. That's a good point. Let's go. Look at that. Ha! Would you? Okay, ha! Would you look at that? And on your first attempt, too. Well, I guess it's back to the Axe Master for you. Easy. Alright, turn that in. a Marauder. I'm back, we're in zone. I knew you would return before long. The deafening crack of shattering boulder reached me even here. This feat of strength deserves recognition, and you shall have it in the form of a new technique, adopted and perfected by our guild forebears. The tomahawk throw was first devised by pirates as an opening attack on closing enemy vessels. Nice. Though we primarily focus on close quarter combat, you will no doubt find that having a powerful ranged strike at your disposal greatly expands your tactical versatility. I sense that the impending confrontation with Kujata weighs heavily on your mind, Rackley. But hurried swings leads to glancing blows. There is no swift road to attaining the peak of mastery you seek, only a steady, measured ascent. That makes sense. Got a new axe and the tomahawk throw, which is perfect because as we are going into the dungeon, we're going to need that to pull enemies for amnesty and have them drawn to us and not attack our teammates or our squad mates. So first things first, let's go ahead and put on the recommended gear. Beautiful. And now I like to put the axe throw as my Y and put the overpower as the up on the D-pad. So that way both my ways I can pull enemies are on the top parts of the controller. So up on the D-pad and up on the triangle, or in the triangle button. So just my preference, you know, it's completely up to you guys. I typically have my D-pad button for AoE attacks. So, but that's completely up to you guys. And obviously that leaves my my buttons for single target attacks. So let's pick up this next one. Rackley, there is trouble afoot. Do you recall the lad whose parents were slain by the beast Kujata? Yeah. The boy's grandfather, Neddard, but recently contacted us with worrisome news. Young Sigurd has gone missing. There have been sightings of Kujata in the area, and it would seem that the child felt compelled to seek the creature out. As you are familiar with the boy and his tragic tale, I would have you attend to this matter. My sister, Sulkwib, awaits you at the Bismarck. She has been apprised of the situation and will aid you in plotting a suitable course of action. Okay. So let's go ahead and continue in this. I'm not sure if we can complete this with where we're at in the main story quest, but we will always try and completing it. And there she is. Ah, Rackley. I assume you are here to discuss the missing child and not to sample a bowl of mutton stew? First things first, I would advise against rushing off to peer under every rock in the countryside. We need more information to direct our search. I agree. I suggest we head to the Red Rooster's stead and learn what more we can from old Neddard. Okay. Red Rooster's stead it is. Let's see where we can go. If we can take one of these. No. That's probably the closest. Yep, we'll do it. Do we have our sprint? Not quite. Shouldn't be too long though. But we will make our way over there. There we go. Makes it a little bit quicker. Work our way over to the Red Rooster Stead, which we have already cleared out of all of our quests there in earlier episodes. You guys can definitely check back and watch those. Definitely have a pretty solid series going on here. It's going to be a pretty long series as we're doing all the content. We have the Dawn Trail expansion as well. So we're definitely going to get into that. Obviously, we're a long ways away as we are still in a Realm Reborn, but definitely have plans. We're going to try and do every dungeon we can, every raid we can. Try and get every, trying our best to get every piece of item, every piece of gear, everything we can. everything we can get our hands on. So it's going to be tough, but we can definitely manage it. We can definitely do it. You guys are more than welcome to join as we go along. I always love playing with other people. Just hit me up in the comments or whatever. We can figure it out. Okay. Oh, what up, Mogrim and Anok? Long time, dude. Thank the gods you're here. Seems me grandson is set on causing naught but trouble for ye. But surely ye knew he keen how the lads is feeling, how he's boiling with hate for that murderous beast. Yeah. And the last time, when you came along like an avenging angel and showed him the strength of your steel, well, you lit a fire in his belly. He must have got it in his head to take revenge on the beast itself, daft little bugger. And he rode. Once he heard Kujat had been spotted near Aleport, why he shot through that door like an arrow from a bow, and I ain't seen him since. I beg of ye, find me little Sigurd afore he gets itself stomped to death. That big bastard's Aurochs has spilled more than enough of me kin's blood. I don't blame you, dude. Our course is clear. We must set out for Aleport at once. An old acquaintance of mine, fearsome, often stands guard at the port gates. He might know something of the lad's whereabouts. Okay. So, off to Aleport. Good thing we already did that. We already attuned, so here we are. Alright. Just talk to the guy outside the gates here. Pafartstain. Have I seen a boy wandering about him by himself? As a matter of fact, me and my fellow gate guard here just watched a young lad triapsing off to the north. We were arguing whether or not to abandon our post and bring the child back ourselves. Large packs of jackals have been prowling the wilds of late, so if you mean to head after him, pray do so quickly. Hells, I might even pass along word to the Marauders Guild. You'll be better off with an extra blade or two at your back. Don't worry, I got it. Oh, there's his water skin. This is why you don't run off, Sigurd. Alright, beautiful. Cattle Tyrant. Got him. Oh. Alright, let's grab his satchel. Take him down. All right. Perfect. Looks like we have a little bit of a event going on here. He must have been in a desperate hurry, indeed, to cast away his belongings in such a careless manner. I, myself, came across this wood axe, a tool the lad took from the stead, perhaps? Gods below. Rackley, over there. Duty. Okay, yeah, that's what it's called, a duty. Oh, my battery's low. Let me just go ahead and plug in my controller really quick. All right. It's very odd. It's not charging my controller, but that's all right. There we go. Perfect. Dang. That's rough. Sigurd. Oh. Rackley. I got you, buddy. Don't worry about it. I'm here. Overpower. There we go. Round them all up. Bring it on. Big tank, big tank. Big tank plays. You're going with me. I'll get the other two. There we are. Alright, 2 left. I think a good rule of thumb is 2 or more. I use the AoE. 2 or less, I typically do single target attacks. Step aside. Rah! Nice. Wernzoen. He breathes yet. We withdraw to the Red Rooster stead. Follow my lead, Rackley. Cool. Speak with Neddard at the Red Rooster stead. Okay, so where is... Wow, okay. Guess we're going to Morby, then working our way over there. Okay. I wonder if I can ride there on the Chocobo. Let's try it out. I'm not too sure, but if that's the case, then that would be amazing. Do 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 do. Come on, Red Rooster stead. Higher. Yes. Look at that, dude. 2 minutes, 15 gil. Perfect. It's better than running. Nice. Can enjoy the scenery. Banana. Just about there. All right. Love the Chocobo Keep. Easy. 15 gil. We're there half the time. Neddard. You brought him home. I don't got the words to thank ye. You don't have to, my guy. The fact that he's home is good enough. It's a big bed. The lad's past the worst of it. He struck his head in the fall, though, and it may be some time before he opens his eyes. Thank you for coming, brother. If you hadn't scattered those jackals when you did, I have done naught to earn your thanks. When I learned of the situation from Aleport, I realized the dangers were greater than I had anticipated. No single marauder could have hoped to fend off such numbers in time. Makes sense. Pray accept my apologies, Neddard. You turned to us for help, and yet your grandson now lies before you, broken and battered. You risk your lives to save little Sigurd. How's a man to find fault with that? It's me who ought to be begging forgiveness for the wounds you took protecting my foolish boy. You needn't concern yourself with our well-being. Our training prepares us for such eventualities. There is not more we can accomplish here, Rackley. It is time we returned to the guild and focused on other tasks. Okay, sounds good to me, sir. Back to the Marauders Guild it is. Use our return so it takes 0 gil. Beautiful. Okay, so Marauder. Warren Zoen, I'm here. I am glad the lad will live, but I fear this will not be the last time Sigurd abandons caution in his thirst for vengeance against Kujata. The wound in his heart festers and seethes, feeding his impatience at our seeming inaction. But we must not think ill of the boy. Instead, let his helpless rage be as a spur to our efforts. I say again, Rackley, Kujata will fall by your hand, and I will shape you into the deadly weapon you need to be. Sounds good to me, sir. I'll do whatever I can to make sure that boy is safe. There we go. Another quest. Rackley, our near disastrous encounter with the pack that follows Kujata has been preying on my mind. The overwhelming number of the beasts was not beyond aught I had imagined. Even the most dedicated marauder could not hope to carve through that snarling wall of flesh. And if we cannot dispatch the pack, then Kujata remains beyond our reach. Thus, I have prepared for you a trial that shall unleash your deepest reserves of destructive strength. As before, Soulcoib awaits you at the Bismarck to guide you on your path. Do not squander this opportunity for growth, Rackley. The pride of the guild itself rides on the keen edge of your axe. Yes, sir. I will report to Soulcoib forthwith. Alright. Beautiful. Alright, Soulcoib, what do we got? You've word from my brother. Ha, the pride of the guild, eh? My brother has placed quite a burden on your shoulders, it seems. But, from what I have witnessed, if any marauder has the skill and determination to put down Kujata, then it is you. And there is, of course, the matter of Sigurd's vengeance. You don't want to disappoint the poor boy now, do you? I don't. Of course not. Let us be about this trial, Rackley. I shall meet you on the Salt Strand in Lower Lenosha, where your training is to take place. Well, naturally, I will be there. Without me, you're like to forget to tend to your wounds and bleed to death. That's right, because I'm just going to keep going. Ah, the Salt Strand. Where is that? Okay, Morby. Alright, dude, we're progressing a lot in the Marauder quest line. I'm liking it. Get more moves, better axe and stuff. Which, speaking of that, did I put the other stuff on? Cool. Alright, let's go and knock this out. Okay. Got a little bit of ways to go, but we'll get it all figured out. We've already taken care of everything over here, for the most part. Let's see, how we looking? How we looking? 37 minutes, not bad. Alright. What do you have for us now, Sulkwib? It is another duty. Sounds good. Well, this should be the place. I don't see... Ah, do you sense that encroaching aura of violence, Rackley? Pray, unlimber that axe of yours. Oh, it's unlimbered. Let me tell you. Overpower. Beautiful. That seems to be the last of them. Compared to what we have faced before, though, it wasn't terribly. So this is the indomitable Rackley Gaming. Huh? Yeah, it sure is. Who's talking? Horns on? Who in the seven hells are you? Wait, is that? Yeah, it is. We have deemed you worthy of our challenge. Come, Marauder, let us test the edge of your steel. Oh, brother. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know what he's doing, but let's do it. What are you playing at, you oafs? Funny. There we go. Get him. Nice. There you go. Someone familiar. Able-bodied ambusher. It seems my underlings have provided you with poor sport. Very well. I shall take your measure with mine own blade. Alright. Bring it on, bro. What you got? Do not think to show me quarter, Rackley, for I shall surely show you none. I would hope you wouldn't. I'm about to clap those cheeks, dude. Yes, sir. Buff up. Smack-a-doodle-doo. Boom. 390. Beautiful. He's getting wrecked already, dude. Oh, messed up the combo. Oops. No worries. Beautiful. I yield. Your strength has humbled us all. Aye, it might just be enough. We are done here, my colleagues. Drag away those who cannot stand. Yeah, I beat your shit in. Bye. See you back at the guild. Your display of prowess was truly impressive, Rackley. Worthy, indeed. Thank you. What a ridiculous charade. Did he honestly think we couldn't see through those paltry disguises? Though I am confident my brother's act was not born of malice, rather he hoped by concealing his identity that the trial would seem more threatening, thus increasing its effectiveness. Not an entirely successful undertaking, but one must appreciate his intentions. It is time you return to the guild. Oh, and as a favor to me, pray indulge Wernzen of his little deception. Subterfuge is not a marauder's forte. Yeah, got it. That's a good point. Leave that to the rogues. Report back to Wernzen. So let's do that. And then we're pretty much caught up, I believe. I don't know if we can do the next one, but we'll check. Let's check it out. All right. Rackley, I have heard of your skirmish on the Salt Strand. You did well to topple opponents of such formidable skill. But let us not dwell on the nature of those masked men. What is important is your triumph in the face of overwhelming odds. Your fellow marauders are honored to have you swing your axe in the guild's name. They stand behind you, one and all, as you prepare to overcome your greatest trial yet. Aye, the time has come for you to bring Kujata's bloody rampage to an end. When next he rears his horrible horned head, you shall be ready to bury your blade in his skull. I like the sound of that, good sir. Heavy iron armor. Beautiful. So what do I need for this? Ah, Marauder level 30. Now we were close. 2 more levels. Beautiful. Okay, so let's go to Aleport, dude. So we're continuing on, man. Alright. Go speak to the Adventurers Guild. So depending on the time, see, we're at 43 minutes. Well, we're definitely going to do the adventurer duties, but I'm probably going to save that for another episode, which is going to be the next episode. We're going to turn this quest in, progress it, and then we will go ahead and do all these quests with the smith. So, you must be the adventurer of whom the Yellow Jackets sent word. I hear you are to brave the depths of the Sastasha Sea Grot. The occupants of those caves are rumored to be as numerous as they are bloodthirsty. No matter what the epic tales would have you believe, strolling into such a den of savagery alone would be the height of foolishness. No, you shall need companions, and you shall need the training we here at the Hall of Novice can provide. I strongly suggest that you study the fundamentals of group combat before continuing on your mission. The smith here oversees the training schedules. Speak with him, and you can register for your exercises tailored to your particular field of expertise. Yep, that's what we're going to do in the next episode. When you have mastered all that our masters have to teach, then it will be time to head north once more. Report to the Yellow Jacket Scout at the mouth of the Sastasha Sea Grot, and he will furnish you with the details of your duty. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn this one up here in by talking to him. I mean, not turn it in, but progress it. And then we shall call that an episode. Pretty good stopping point. I mean, we are creeping at about 47 minutes, about 50 minutes here, which has been our typical time, about 50 minutes to an hour, which is perfect. Please tell me you're here on Yellow Jacket duty and not some daft sod out for a stroll. I can't take any more of this blasted waiting. You are? Thank the gods. I assume you already know that the ship seen slipping around the Isles of Umbra? We've been on the lookout for pirate activity ever since that vessel was sighted, thinking a crew of cutthroats might have a den nearby. So when we received word that men of questionable quality had been seen passing in and out of Sastasha here, we weren't entirely surprised. I've yet to see them for myself, but if this lot belongs to those fishback fancying serpent reavers, well, you can imagine the panic it'll cause. The kidnappings are still fresh in people's minds. Anyway, your task is to poke around in the caves and find out exactly who we're dealing with. While you do that, I'll be keeping watch out here, praying you don't spot any blue-face tattoos. Alright. Duty support unlocked. Which we will be doing the duty support up until we can no longer do the duty support. We'll be doing actual players. Just basically describing what it is, how to do it, making sure you understand. So that's going to lead us into the dungeon. But what we're going to do is we're going to start with the smith first and then the dungeon itself. So right now, I'm going to go ahead and cut the episode there. I do appreciate you guys watching, and please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. See you later.